Next one. I'm curious to know, if your credit score was a car, what kind of car would it be?
93 Bronco, OJ edition.
Is he a murderer?
What about you?
Oh, baby, I'm a Tesla.
Oh, money.
Yeah. Come on, keep it coming.
I'm curious to know, would you still have sex if you got to the person's house and they only had a blow-up mattress?
Oh, man, that's funny.
I'm curious to know, would you rather eat booty or suck toes?
Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah, Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the Rule Breaker. What you're going to need for this cocktail is 1.5 ounces of Tito's vodka, 1 ounce of elderflower liqueur, 0.75 ounces of lemon juice. We're gonna pretend like this is fresh. 1/2 ounce of honey syrup, which is just gonna be honey mixed with hot water. There's already water in this, so we're just gonna go with that. And some club soda. And what you're gonna do is you'll get a cup and fill it with ice. Now, if you wanna be cute and fancy, you would strain this into like a coupe glass or something way fancier than a plastic cup, but this is what we got, so work with it. You'll take your strainer and you're gonna fill your strainer with ice, and then we're gonna start, well, not layering, but pouring in our ingredients. So we'll start with the vodka, the Saint Germain, about 3/4 ounce of the lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice. And then lastly, we're gonna add in the honey. And remember, I already had a little water in this glass, so this is what we got. Shake this vigorously. You want to get it really mixed up. You don't wanna have big chunks of honey in there. Now, we will strain this into our glass. Maybe it'll just have like a little honey essence. And then we'll top it off with a bit of club soda. Give it a little stir since we added in that club soda. Let me see. Oh, I like that. Okay. All right, and that is the rule breaker, because sometimes you just need to break a few rules. Now, Medinah, here you go. Tell me what you think. Light and refreshing, right?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Now you will break rules by your own choice with that drink, not because you get so drunk. It's light. Anyway, enjoy the cocktail. Welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
And I'm Medinah Monroe.
And we're back. I'm sipping the rule breaker because sometimes you need to break a rule. What you think about your drink?
I love breaking the rules. I'm just playing. I really do like rules, but I like this drink
like rules too. Anyway, you guys, I want to make a quick announcement before we get started with the show to remind everybody that you should go to worstbehaviortwitter.com and sign up if you are looking for Memorial Day weekend plans. I will be in the grill at Hedonism 2 for that weekend only, but the trip itself is the 21st through the 31st. It's going to be a really good time. Orion is hosting. I'll be there. I've been getting outside lately, and I've been trying to have more fun and not just sitting on the computer, so I'm ready to let loose and have a good time. I just won't be as drunk.
I feel you.
That part.
If you are looking for a little bit of wellness in your life and you would love to come and retreat, relax, and also make some things happen and see Issa Rae, make sure you guys go to paradiseandvibe.com. Come to Sedona with me August 24th through the 27th. It is going to be a time. It is a vibe festival. We have Lion Babe performing at our farewell dinner, which is the festival part. Y'all, this is an all-inclusive retreat. So yes, people always be worried about the food. Your food is included.
That is what I be worried about. Whether it's okay, and then it's like, where are we eating? Is it at the hotel?
There's several different little options that we'll have as far as food. They're not all at the hotel, but we are staying at the Enchantment Resort. So really nice things to choose from. I hope to see you there. ParadiseandVibe.com, and tell them I sent you.
Yes. Okay, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and get into weird sex.
We getting in quick.
Yeah, we caught up forever. I'm sorry I took up so much time, but I hope you guys enjoyed keeping up with Kiki last week.
You said a man is not a necessity. A man is a luxury, like dessert. Yeah, a man is absolutely not a necessity. Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter? Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
I have a story about these fetishes. I was thinking about it with, what's that man's name that we talked about last week? With the lip?
Shannon Shay. Shannon Sharp. Club Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay.
With the lip. You think he know he got a heavy lip?
How could he not?
I don't
like I know my nose is big and so is my belly. So I mean, it's like things when you looking at yourself, you know. But I
just never thought to call it a heavy lip. Is that what's happening? Is heavy?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like it because of the way it like hangs and like when he talks, it just seems like maybe it's heavy. Like you know, sometimes when people have thick tongues, how they sound.
They talk like it's like this.
And they were like mashed potatoes in my mouth. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Or like, you know, lots of other things. And it's just like,
I wonder when he eats food, is it messy? Because the lip don't close.
He probably can close it. I don't think he lacks the muscle. Maybe he's just too relaxed.
Okay.
You know, some people, I don't know. I wonder.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna tell you guys about something that happened with a Dutch oven because my mama bought me a Dutch oven. Right? Did you watch Meghan Markle's show?
I love that show.
I was not expecting that reaction. It moved you.
Did not think I was. My friend Amanda
got tight.
My friend Amanda was like, "Will you just watch it?" I was like, "I don't like stuff like this." She was like, "But just watch it." I don't. Sometimes I'm just bored by it.
Okay.
She was like, "Just give it a chance when you're in the kitchen, when you're just doing something and you want background on." Girl, I fell in love with Meghan Markle and what she does. I started making the flour ice cubes. You know how she cuts up the little flowers and puts it in the ice cube, but make sure you use distilled water or it'll be foggy.
The more you know.
I have a tomato plant.
Now? You about to start making what?
I want to start trying to be like
with your bread maker, bruschetta.
Oh,
you can make that.
Yeah, she just really. I didn't think it was going to inspire me. How it did. I love it.
She kind of reminds me of like a mix between Martha Stewart and Barefoot Contessa, but more modern. Yeah. And I just like the little personal touches. And I think it's a cute show. Anyway, my mom fell in love with it. And now she has her latest obsession is Le Creuset cookware. I loved it too, but that shit high. So I don't have no big collection. And my mom would be on TikTok all day. And apparently the girls are pulling out their collections and showing like all of the pieces that I have. And I'm like, y'all are rich. Did you get this as a wedding gift? Like that shit is fucking high. Anyway, she bought me a pot. It made me think about it, and I just remembered this was a story I saved. So anyway, took me forever, but I'm here. We made it to the destination. So a couple in the UK went viral after an emergency room visit following what doctors referred to as a toxic gas incident. The man had attempted a kinky version of a Dutch oven. Now, my Dutch oven is making delicious meals, but apparently, did y'all know a Dutch oven in this kind of situation is when you
trap somebody under the cover with a fart.
Why do you know this?
I thought everybody knew.
Are you into this sort of thing before I start laying out my judgments?
I thought everybody knew that's what a Dutch oven was. I don't know why I know.
Well, maybe I'm the only one who didn't know. Did y'all know that? Oh, yeah. Warren knew.
Everybody knows that. Yeah, you trap them under there.
Why would you want to do that to somebody? I mean, I ain't never, no, that's mean. Is it like during a fight? Or it's like
no. I've never actually done it to somebody.
Oh.
And now that I think about it, it's like, when would you do that? Like,
I would do it if I was mad at you, because sometimes these things be stinky, especially after like a good hearty salad.
and if you had some drawers on, you could sell them the panty deal. That's a good, that's a good
you
deal.
Right, because if you want like that, what kind of sense y'all want? I'm about to make me a panty deal
Dutch
account
panty.
because
That's absolutely
a Dutch
wild.
oven panty.
That's wild.
Well, okay, maybe I'm the one who didn't know. Y'all tell me, did y'all know this for real? I need to know who knew that was a Dutch oven, because I am just shook. Anyway, they were trying to do a kinky version of a Dutch oven, only to discover that the smell caused his partner to faint and hit her head. And this is why y'all don't need to be doing this kind of shit. Anyway, turns out he'd been eating nothing but boiled eggs and cabbage for days to prepare.
I know that was, oh, because if you just have a bite of cabbage.
When you cook the cabbage, it's funky. You got to open up some windows. Anyway, it's not really giving foreplay to me. It's giving warfare, and that's not what I want in my bedroom. But if y'all are into that sort of thing, I'm really intrigued. Not enough to try it, but I would like some stories. Have y'all been playing this Dutch oven game? And were you fainting? Like, what is like a bad thing that happened? And then when they come out, does the stench stick to skin, hair, or braids?
There have been times when I've been on the airplane and sometimes I've been to somebody, but not all the times. When people be farting on the plane, it's like, it smells like gasoline. Did you see the clip that was circulating around? And somebody was farting up the plane, and everybody, it was so bad that people were ringing their little bells, the flight attendant bells, and the flight attendant was like, what do y'all want us to do? And then this little Indian man was like, please stop farting. Whoever is farting, please stop farting. That's wrong. Like, every time when I have to let one loose on the plane, it'd be hot and stuck. Like, and you could feel it ooze out. I don't know what it is about the plane.
Maybe it's like the compression or something is doing something to your body, just like how sometimes, your ankles might swell or certain things are happening.
Be swole. And
then it's
I
like,
feel
what
bad
can
when
you
it's
do?
bad. When it's a bad stanky fart, you be like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Do you say I'm sorry out loud so they know it's you?
I do stop. When you see that first person be like, because I am one of those people where someone keeps farting, I start looking around like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
I be trying to pretend like I'm asleep, but it's like I never do it on purpose, but sometimes you just can't help it and it comes out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I have my headphones in, they were noise cancel. Did anybody hear it?
Is
like
anyone
you don't
looking
even
like
know.
it's me? Like, do I look like I stank like that?
When a poop comes out on a plane, I just close my eyes. I'm asleep. So, like, what you gonna do? You're not gonna look me in my eyes and make me feel shame. I'm already embarrassed. Just know if I'm like this, I'm shamed. That is embarrassing. And I have been very gassy lately. I've got to lay off the broccoli. And the protein shakes, they do it too. Anyway, that's Weird Sex this week.
But don't lay off the protein shakes. I actually would like to know which protein shakes you're drinking.
I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, send me the link. I'm trying to, I've started working out.
Yes, how is that going?
It's, okay. I've always tried this wellness, healthy, let me say the fitness journey specifically. I've always tried to do it, and I normally fail. I am really trying to stick with it this time, so I got a trainer, like a real trainer. My butt hurts so bad, Kiki.
Your butt?
And it hurts. Like, this morning I sat down in my car and I thought I was sitting on something. That's how bad my butt cheeks hurt. Like
something hot.
It just felt, everything was, and I was like, wow, I really have been, I started with him in February. And I have been pretty consistent the week of.
I've been seeing your workout videos, girl. I said, oh, she's not fucking playing around.
I am not
playing around. You be lifting real weights.
Somebody sent me a message the other day and saying, you walking like you in prison. I was like, it feels like that from time to time. Yeah. And he's mean. My trainer is mean. And he's mean. And remember the one week you asked me, he be talking to me crazy. And at first I was really like, I'm not going to come to you anymore because this is very disrespectful. Yeah. And now I like it.
Like, you need somebody to talk to you like that in the gym.
I actually do need him to talk to me like that. And he's also, remember you were like, is he cute? And I was like, I actually don't know. He's fine.
Damn. Yeah. That'll do it.
And we all be like, I was like, y'all, I was sad and I couldn't really see him. And now I see him.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
I was like, oh my God. Like, anyways, I be in there working out, really trying to get my fitness line. This is the year of 2020 fine, and I just want to see how fine I can actually get in this life. You ever wonder, like, how fine can I
wonder.
get?
I do, and sometimes I be getting discouraged. And tell me if you experience this currently, because you are in the gym, so you're like actively working out. And they always say you can't outwork a bad diet. So I just be like, well, I'm cooked. It's hard because everything in my life, all of my emotions go back to food. Any emotion, not just sad, happy. When people be like, oh, I'm so sick, but I was happy I was sick. I couldn't eat nothing. Bitch, I be having a stomach virus, still eating and stuff. And it's just like, well, it's going to come up. I mean, I just want to eat. And it's like, sometimes I have these sugar cravings. Sometimes I want something salty. Sometimes I want a chicken wing. Sometimes I want Fox Brothers. Oftentimes I want Fox Brothers. It's just a lot of things that I be wanting. And it is so hard to kick that part. And it's like, I'll work out in the gym and I can do that, right? But I don't be seeing the results because the inside ain't right. Not the muscle part and all of that. And it's just like, I'm in here, it's funky. Everybody looking nasty and sweaty. I hope I don't get a staph infection. Like, I just hate being here. It's a miserable time. And then it's like, if I don't see a change in the mirror, I begin discouraged. But I have been on the fence about seeking some professional help. Not a trainer. We're past that. I need more help than that. I need somebody inside of the things that are happening in my body, inside my brain, and inside just all of the digestion functions, right? So our friends at LifeRX have helped your girl out. I wasn't sure what to do. I've heard a lot of things about all the different like weight loss things, appetite suppressants, all this stuff. I didn't know where to start. I don't really care about people's judgment. You know, people be acting all weird about it. We all need a little help.
I don't know why people act weird about getting a little help to lose weight if that's your goal, or to gain weight if that's your goal.
Yeah.
Like, if you need a little help, you need a little help. And I don't really know what to tell you. I like a little help.
I like a little help too. And to be clear, I'm looking at LifeRX for weight loss, but I did not realize that they do so many other things too. So no matter what you might need help with, busy schedule or not, they were taking consultations on the weekends. You can talk to people. You will see a doctor. They are going to help you the whole way through. But anyway, I did my consultation and I was talking to them about my goals, why I'm having trouble. And it was on a Zoom. And we're just going back and forth. And I was really telling her everything. I was probably sharing more than most people do. We was having a good old chat. But I explained everything. And I was like, you know, the biggest issue for me is these cravings. And I want something that will curb the cravings. I still want to eat food. And so she took my information. There's blood work that can be done depending on what kind of stuff you're getting. I didn't have to do it though. So that was like one less step. But once I went through everything, she gave me several options for different medications that I could take to help me, because she was like, what you need is something that is going to suppress your appetite. And there's a few different options. There's some that are stimulants. So you might feel a little bit of energy. So if you don't want that, you might want to go with one that is not that way. They have so many different things. And I love that I got to talk to a real person to kind of explain everything to me. Because when people are talking, I don't know about you, but when people are talking about medications and they're using the real name, I don't know what that is. Is this the skinny shot or not? Is this the skinny pill? What is it going to do? What's the side effects? And so she was really thorough and going over everything and giving me options. It didn't feel like everybody was just throwing out the same product. So anyway, the prescription that I got, I can't remember the exact name of the drug, but it's a pill that I take. And so I just started this week. So I'm going to keep sharing with you guys what my progress is. I haven't even done it a full week yet, but I have gotten the medication. It came within a week. I scheduled after filling out everything online, the little form, the next day I had my consultation, and then my medication was delivered by FedEx the following week. And it was really, really quick and easy. It was all really easy. And they send you like a lot of information. There's a phone number to call. They text you and everything. So whether you're a phone person, a text person, whatever, you will be able to communicate with the people. And if you need help, you can. And it's just really simple.
Yeah. I haven't had my consultation yet. I actually have it tomorrow morning, and I'm really excited about it because like Kiki said, it's not just like weight loss. If you need performance help, they have something they can offer you. I'll let you know what it is once I actually have my consultation. One thing that my trainer told me was, "You weak." That's how he said it. He said,
damn.
Yeah, he's mean. I told you he was mean. He was like,
yeah.
why aren't you getting stronger? And I was like, why am I not getting stronger? So I'm going to ask the medic that I have my consultation with tomorrow, because I do want to make sure that, like, I eat a lot of vegetables, and I am someone who takes health very seriously into what I put into my body. And it doesn't make sense that I'm not actually getting stronger. So I cannot wait to talk to their professionals about what it is that I can take to really help muscle.
Maybe you need more protein. I wonder. Maybe they'll have a supplement or something for you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am really excited to see. So you guys visit LifeRX.md and use our code CockTales and at checkout and get $50 off your first month to get started today. That's LifeRX.md and use code CockTales to start your journey to a healthier you with support that actually works.
Okay.
The link is in the episode description.
Yes. Oh, they also gonna help. They have something for hair loss. If you're a man or you are the man and you losing that hair, or a woman.
I was about to say, some of y'all, them little
But
edges.
some people tired of wearing hats. It's about to be hot outside. Or edges. You don't always want to have a swoop. Get them up.
And
they got so many different things. And don't be shamed.
Don't be shamed. Because again, okay, the whole ad is over. This, for real. I am one of those people where it's like, your look, while it's not everything, if that's what makes you feel good, pour into it. And whatever, if it's working out, if it's getting your hair done or cut, if it's getting your eyebrows done, if you get beauty enhancements, if that makes
you want a little Botox.
You want a little Botox? Like, when you get one life, enhance it a little bit. You're going to be okay. If you balding and you need a little help, get the help and ask people where they're getting the help from. It's probably LifeRX MD.
You know what the great Deion Sanders always says?
What'd he say?
If you look good, you feel good.
And that's the truth.
Well, that ain't it.
Oh.
If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. Upgrade your life and get on LifeRX.
Y'all sitting here playing.
Okay, when you don't have to be struggling like that. Like, come on. I'm taking all the supplements, okay? I'm really excited to see it. Hopefully I work out too. But we're just going to see what happens with everything else. I mean, that is advised. I'm going to get back into working out, but it's just very discouraging for me, honestly. All jokes aside, when it's like you work out hard and even when you feel like you're making different and better eating choices. I don't always eat ribs, y'all. Not when I'm doing the gym stuff, but that's been a long time ago. I just want to see some results. I really be wanting an instant result, and I know that that's not realistic, so I had to get my mind right. But once my mind was right, I did my consultation. I'm excited to see. We'll see. Y'all gonna see me. So we're gonna see, what happens. But I'm excited to talk to you guys about my journey. And if things aren't working out, you don't have to feel stuck. You can always let them know. And I like that, not feeling like I'm locked in or just gonna be left for dead. Okay, so anyways, moving on to our topics for this week. So I wanted to talk about a few different things. The first thing I wanted to talk about is some signs that you are the problem in your dating life. I was having a talk with some friends one day. We were I think we were on a group FaceTime call. And one of the friends was complaining about where things were going in her dating life. And I was like, I thought about the episode with Tana Gilmore. And remember when she was saying something about...
I love that episode.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I really enjoyed her. When she was saying something about how when you ask somebody about their past relationships and how they speak about the person, it's like, do they have any accountability for their own actions and their role in why things didn't work out? And that really stuck with me. So I'd asked my friend that, and we sat there for a minute. She was like, well, I don't know. And then she was like, well, what y'all think? And I was like, don't ask me that if you don't really want to know. But she did really want to know. So we all kind of had a talk, and I was like, there are certain things. And I shared some of the things that I've noticed. And I was like, I only know what you tell me and what I see. So maybe this isn't the full scope, but you can just take this information. You don't have to prove shit to me, but you can take this information and really take the time to reflect and see, is this how I handle things? Mm-hmm. Is this how I act? fact. So whether it's us or somebody else, I wanted us to share some ways that we have seen people sabotage their dating lives. I'll start. One thing that I've seen people do is they get lost. They take a trip to Delulu Island and they get lost there. And it's like, I guess in trying to like stay positive and be on like, I don't know, just a good positive vibe and not letting the negativity get you down. Sometimes they ignore all the negativity and it's like, you can't always do that. And you can sabotage things when you do that. You just sabotage your future with the person because this is going to be a train wreck. I also think that sometimes people have a problem really sharing what they want and where they are in terms of relationships. And that's like, I feel like that can sabotage, your future with somebody if you won't be honest and you just lead them on, or you're acting like you're okay with things that you're really not okay with. Like maybe you want more. I don't know. What do you think?
On how people sabotage their
like
dating
different
lives?
ways that people sabotage, whether it's you or somebody that you've seen, doesn't matter who, but yeah, how people sabotage or like end up being the problem in a relationship.
I think there's a few things. I think oftentimes people compare too much.
That's a big one.
I mean, it's almost like you be like, who you dating for? Who like the comparing thing is really like, and everybody has probably fallen a victim to it, but there are some people where it's like you really are you're not even living your life. You're worried about what somebody else, the type of man that they have and what they're doing on the surface level or what they allow to let you see. And you're not really like living in true relationship with who you're with. Which is wild because then if you get married or you have kids with them, it's like, what was this actually? It's like it's a facade, which is never a good decision. I also think another form of sabotage is, and this is something where it's like, I think it takes constant work to not do it because I think most people do this and it is changing people. In the most subtle of ways. It doesn't have, I'm not even saying like you're trying to change somebody's career path, but it can just be like, you just nitpick at somebody. Men and women do this. It's almost like when that honeymoon phase is over, you start criticizing people for things that they're not your business. Like this is
what do you mean?
Let's say somebody, I feel like we just had an advice letter that had something working too much.
Okay.
And you're dating. You're not even married. You're already commenting on how much somebody works. You're not investigating it. You're not, and I say commenting, complaining about what somebody has chosen for a career path, how they're going about it, and how many hours a week they are working. People have different journeys. And I really am, again, I think this takes constant work because it must be very hard. But I haven't seen anybody successfully do this. You see people nitpick all the time and try to tell people what they need to be doing. If this doesn't work for you, find something that does. And 9 times out of 10, that's not even what you want. You're putting yourself fiddling in other people's business. And yes, even if it's your man or your woman, like let people be who they are or don't be with them. It's not even about like a compromise type of thing. And I'm only taking it back to that advice letter because it's like, he's a mechanic. I don't know all the details of a mechanic, but I do know they work a lot. Imagine these
cars gotta get fixed.
The cars have to get fixed. And sometimes I just think we do ourselves such a disservice when you come into someone's life. You already knew that's the path they were on. You don't know how much they love it if that was their dream. And you come in and you say, I don't want you to do that. It's doing too. I don't like how you're doing. Like, who are you to do that to somebody? And I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just saying like, there are certain things that just people, you get into a relationship that you say you love the person, but that's not true. I'm not saying there's not room for conversation, but conversation, not this is how you need to do this and stop doing. That's not love.
Because what makes your way the right way?
And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. But I think what happens sometimes is you get in a relationship and one person is like, I don't want to say the bully, but one person is just like, one person is the leader and one is the follower. And it's just like this unlearning that even myself that I'm doing. If somebody lives a certain way, it's like either you're going to let them be who they are to their fullest. And again, I'm not saying that this is easy. I hope that I can have a relationship where you meet somebody and you let them be who they are at their core. And if they're indecisive, they're indecisive. That's who you chose. You're not like, hey, you see how I make decisions? Like, this is how you need to make decisions because this is how people.
Well, you make the goddamn decision then, bitch.
Like, but do you love me? Like, when you really like think about what love is supposed to be, like, you enjoy who I am as a person. And there's this thing that starts to happen in relationships. I was talking to my brother about this and I was like, I've really been thinking about it. Like, there's a thing that happens in relationships where all of a sudden you become enemies. And it's like, what? You used to like this. What happened?
Now it disgusts you.
When did we start being like, you're not never on time? Well, and this ain't me now because I'm being on time.
This is me. So go ahead, go through it. You ain't never on time. Bitch, I wasn't on time.
I was never on time. Like, what happened? Like, I was never on time.
What about the 3 times I was? You didn't even appreciate that shit. So what the fuck am I going to stress myself out? I'll be there.
Right. So I think
I'm like Jesus. I may not come on time, but I'm going to be there right when you need me, okay?
Come on.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Learning how to appreciate what the person you chose to be in a relationship with brings to the table and not trying to change it. And I do think that, like I said, that takes constant work that I think is very difficult, but most people won't even attempt to try.
Y'all know what? I love when y'all listen to us. We have been talking about soaking wet from VB Health for months and months and months at this point. We did have to give them a little break because y'all were buying them. They were not being able to keep up with production, and that's how you know it's working because it's repeat customers. It's happy customers all over the place. If you are new here, if you don't remember, let me refresh your memory. VB Health offers a supplement, and it is a probiotic for your vagina. You've got to keep up with your vaginal health. It's not just about gut health, but you need to keep everything working in perfect working order. You don't want nothing being funky, and you also need to keep that moisture down there. It is a very delicate system that we have in between our legs, and we want to keep it right. Take your supplements, get VB Health's soaking wet pills, because they are going to be the supplement that you need to keep things working right, smelling fresh, feeling super slippery when that special somebody tries to get you wet, okay?
You want to be able to get wet. VB Health has a simple mission. Like Kiki said, it's to create supplements that work. Soaking wet is doctor formulated using scientifically backed ingredients. I love to hear that. And I love to hear that our listeners care so much about their vaginal health. It really is important, y'all. So drink your kombucha, drink your matcha, do all the things, and then also add in some probiotics, which is VB Health.
Yes, please do. And if you are going to listen to us like so many other people have, make sure that you are keeping every encounter slipperier. That word trips slipperier.
Slipperier.
It's like you want to say slipperer. Anyway, keep it more slippery, sexier, and downright sensational. It's time to get soaking wet and keep those good times coming, literally. And the best part, soaking wet is formulated by medical doctors at VB Health. So just go ahead and visit Soaking Wet. That's soaking like how you want your nether regions to be, soakingwet.com, and use code CockTales for 10% off, or just click the link in the episode description box below. And now we'll get back to the show. Do you think that there's anything that, okay, in similar situation, right? You're with somebody and there's something about them that you don't like and you do want it to change. Do you ever think it's okay to talk about those things or like try to have a conversation with it and try to influence them to change in any type of situation?
Is it okay? Yeah.
Like, do you think it's, because it's like not okay to try to change a person and who they are is who they are, right? That's what you were just saying. But I'm saying, do you think that there are ever situations, and maybe what could something like that be, where it's like, okay, this is appropriate to speak of. This isn't bad.
I won't say like it's a good or bad thing.
Okay.
What I will say is, for my life,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to find partnership where that's not what we're trying to do. If a conversation needs to be had about, I'm trying to think of an example where it's like, this could really bother someone, was something for me personally that's like, this really bothers me. Time. Let's just go back to time.
Okay.
I think it bothers me. It doesn't bother the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and this is what I've been trying to do lately, I just lie about the time. I just lie about the time.
That's one way to manipulate the situation and get your way.
It's not even getting my way. Like it bothers me.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother you. And so now I'm going to bother you by making this a bother. So I'm going to fix the problem that's going to work for both of us at the end of the day. We're on time. I didn't annoy you with the time thing. I said we need to be there at 2. We really didn't have to be there till 3. Boom. Cured. We're not arguing. I'm not sitting here mad because we're late. And you didn't even know. And it didn't affect you. So I think I'm more so trying to figure out what I can control in whatever situation it is, and trying not to let the other stuff
get to you.
Get to me. I can't control if it's going to get to you, but I can control if it's going to get to me. And I think, again, it's a constant work.
Yeah.
And with small things, like even if you on the phone with Amazon and you can't understand the accent of the people, and now you about to go crazy because this is
that is not me.
So yeah, Kiki, I think it takes too much time and effort trying to change people. It has been done to me before in friendships, in relationships, in family relationships, and all types of things. And I've done it before. It don't feel good. I don't even know if this is possible. I pray that it is. I don't want to be a part of that, like trying to change people. You got an attitude, you got attitude. I'm not trying to change your attitude. And I feel like I've been that before. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't have control over this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to live my life how I want to live it. Treat people kindly, be the best person I can be. And I hope that I can attract somebody like that.
Yeah.
You ever seen somebody get into a relationship with someone who wants to be, and we talk about this all the time, like an artist or something, like a singer or an actor. We said, I'm not doing
anything creative.
Yeah. Like, it's like, cause you kind of know like what that comes with, and you know what it comes with. And then people get into a relationship and they're like, you don't make enough money. Okay. Well,
what the fuck did you think was going to happen? What are the odds?
And so what happens from that is like, now you're like trying to make them this corporate America person that they didn't want to be. That's not nice.
That's a very nice way to put it. Yeah, it's not nice.
And then they're most likely going to do it for you because they love you.
And then it could be a myriad of feelings afterwards, because it's like, okay, I did all of these changes. I did everything. I tried to be this picture perfect person for you. I am unhappy on the inside now. Now I resent you.
Yeah.
And depending on how emotionally stable the person is, you could be the next case on First 48, Snapped, or any of those other shows. I just have to keep reminding people because people get every day.
Yeah.
I will say something that I have done, and this is something that I'm working on, and this takes a lot of work for me. A friend told me that she did this, and I was like, damn, bitch, I didn't realize I do that too. Are we living a double life or not? She's happily married with a child and a beautiful home. I'm not. But anyway, I realized like in dating, there would be times where no matter who was the cause of it, when there was conflict, I guess in the back of my mind, it's like I thought the other person would not be willing to deal with whatever. Or I flipped out. I had an attitude. I cut up and I was acting erratic. Maybe I was on my period and I was just very emotional. I started crying out of nowhere. That can be very jarring and scary to experience that with me. But maybe it's something like that. Or it could be something bigger. And then it's just like, in the back of my head, I feel like, well, they're not going to deal with this and they're going to go, right? Like they will just leave. And so then I will act like, well, I know you're just going to leave anyway. Instead of trying to talk about it more or express myself. And I've gotten a lot better with it. But I was like, oh my gosh, bitch, why are we so broken like this? This is not good. This was a conversation like 5 or 6 years ago. And she was telling me, the friend, she was telling me that with her husband, this was happening when they were dating. And this was like a moment when she knew, like, I think I really have my real person, like my forever person at this point, because he called it out. And he was like, why do you think every time there's an issue or a conflict or I get mad or you get mad that it's over? I'm not trying to leave you. I'm trying to work through it and you're running away. And I'm trying to give you space because I think you need space. Or I try to talk about it, you flip out. I'm trying to figure out how to communicate with you in a way that we can reach resolve, because I'm not trying to leave. I'm trying to stay with you. And I just we got to figure each other out. We are different people, but that's okay. Like, stop running away and being scared. And I was like, girl, we need help. We need to be on BetterHelp or something. But anyway, that is something that I've done in the past to sabotage relationships. And this is any kind of relationship. And I don't know why I would do that, but I am happy to say that I've not been doing that lately. And I will just say some days too, to avoid my emotional outburst, I need a day. I just need a minute. Or, why are you getting so mad? Well, because this is unsolicited advice. I'm not open to that right now. I'm busy and I'm also stressed. I can't be open to this. And what I need when people are going to give unsolicited advice, I still need a warning. You got to tell me, because if it just comes out of nowhere, I just feel attacked. I feel like everything, it's like hearing an echo of my own voice, of my own doubts or shortcomings or whatever. And it just feels like you're telling me everything that I'm doing wrong and why I don't know anything. It just feels like that, even when that's not actually what happens. And even when in my rational mind, I know the person is only trying to help. I don't like it. And I have requested, like, if you feel the need, if you feel so moved to tell me something, you still need to ask or something, and just wait until I say I'm ready, because I got to get my mind right. Because I'm going to cry, I'm going to be acting crazy, I'm going to waltz, I'll be cutting up. I am really unstable in my head, especially, I wouldn't even say the week of my period. It's 2 weeks. The week before and a little bit after.
Women only get a few days out of the month where our hormones are like normal.
Yeah, I need to get checked. And then I was telling my sister, and she was like, yeah, our hormones are out of whack, girl, because everybody's pissing me off. I said, girl, me too. I don't know what we're going to do about it. And then I drank a Celsius. That is not going to help.
Did you just see they had like a situation going on with Celsius? This lady died. She died. She had a...
How many did she drink?
I don't think it was a lot. I think it was one. I wish I could remember the story.
One?
I think it was one. She was...
That's why I'm glad I got a notification. My goat fuel came in.
I saw it and I was like, oh, I never drank Celsius, but...
my mama did tell me this weekend, don't be drinking that with anxiety. It's not good. But I had already bought the case.
Do what?
I just need to leave it in there in case of emergency, or give it away.
Give it out to the people who are thirsty in the summertime. But okay, another thing that I wanted to add.
Okay.
I think that oftentimes in dating, there also comes a time where people lose their flirtiness.
I ain't never had it. I am a sucky flirt. What do you mean? Like when you're already with somebody, and like y'all don't flirt with each other no more, or you mean like maybe it's been a minute?
Let me combine two. Let me not say flirtiness, kindness, where it's like, you ever seen like people who are they say they love each other and then one person tries to play with them and then all of a sudden it's a snap and now they fussing and it's not even fun no more. Like what is going on? Like he was joking with you and you're just like annoyed with his or her presence, and it's like, I don't think people evaluate relationships enough. Like actually sit down and be like, a conversation. How are you feeling? Are you annoyed with me? Anything we need to talk about? Like people just kind of like hold it all in, and then it's like you're the person that you like or love is maybe they grab your booty. It's like, stop, like leave me, like it's like, Why are we so mad? I have seen some couples that I don't know, like just out and about. And it's just like, why are y'all being so mean?
And cutting up like that.
There was this couple on the plane. The lady was being so, granted, I don't know what y'all going through, but it was just like, she was so outwardly mean to her husband. I've seen my mom and my dad do this too. And I'll be looking at them like, what is going on? Like, do y'all like each other? And sometimes I think people need to sit down and have that conversation. Do you like me? Like, do you like me today, this week? Like, did something happen? Like, what are these underlying issues that we might have? Or are you just annoyed? Like, sometimes you need to, everybody needs to check themselves. Even like when you're just somewhere and an employee is rude to you and they think they're being nice. And sometimes you got to remind people, oh, what did my dad tell me the other day? He said, sometimes when people are doing that and you're in a place and you're like, how was your day today? And they're like, oh, good. You should say, well, your face doesn't match it.
Y'all are asking for some mess.
But sometimes you do need to remind people, like, you're not being kind. I just feel like so often now people forget kindness. And I see it in relationships, dating, and at restaurants in Buckhead.
I just do not know what I would do if maybe I was having a bad day and somebody said that. And then like sometimes, you know, when people ask, how's your day? You just say I'm good to like move on.
I don't do that anymore.
I usually do. Every now and then I don't, but I do because then I'll just get to talking. And I don't need to be pouring out my heart to strangers. That's not, they were just being polite. It's like, bitch, shut up. Call a friend.
Speaking about being polite, I was at the store the other day, Kiki. This was so sweet. I was on the phone. I was at Publix and I was talking to my sister about something, and I was getting some stuff I had a homebuyer seminar last weekend, and it was an amazing turnout. And so I was talking to my sister, and I had honestly seen about 3 men eyeing me, but not in a creepy way. I felt very, I was like,
I'm looking good today.
yeah, I was like, and I wasn't even like looking good. I was just I was like, oh, okay. So there was this one guy, I saw him and he saw me, and that was it. Like I was kind of keeping my eyes open because I was like, if I need to call a manager and have him walk me to my car, I will, because y'all is not about to kidnap me up in here. Anyways, I'm on the aisle looking at Hallmark cards or some sort of card. He comes up, he's like, excuse me. And I was like, oh, I'm on the phone. Is this important? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I wanted to tell you something. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, I got you these flowers. He bought me these beautiful roses in the store, of course.
Yeah.
And he was like, this was absolutely out of nowhere. And it was crazy because the conversation, I wasn't talking loud on the phone. It was just, I think it was just a coincidence. My sister was talking to me about dating and how the stuff that we see on Instagram and how it's difficult for some people and things people experience. I wasn't even talking. I was just listening. And he's like, I just want people to know that there's still nice guys out here. I said, this was so sweet. And he asked for my phone number. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm not dating this whole year. You wouldn't even want, like, you wouldn't even want to. He was like, well, could you just take my number so on January 1st, when you do start dating.
Oh, he got a little mouthpiece on him.
Because I had contemplated texting him the picture of my baptism.
I did not think that's what you were going to say.
And see
I thought you were going to set a calendar reminder.
How he
text it.
Oh, that might be a good one. But I just thought it was, so often we don't talk about it enough because I just said it, like people don't be kind no more. But then there are the exceptions, and there are still kind people in the world. And people be saying dating is trash and there ain't no good men, but there are. And so when he did, I was sure to tell him that, like, wow, like this was if I was dating, I would have gave him my phone number. But I took his. He was like, will you just take my number just in case you change your mind? I was
Y'all
like,
remind her in January.
And he wasn't a bad looking guy. He wasn't my type, but I'm more than open to pass him on to somebody else. But he was I just said, wow, that's amazing. Like, it was really kind. I was like, this is good. You're doing good.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I get the receipt so they don't think I stole these? He was like, yeah, he gave me the receipt.
Yeah.
And they were nice. They were nice flowers. I was like, okay. So y'all stop saying there ain't no men in Atlanta. There's some, I don't know if he was a good man, but he was here and he was
He could
nice.
be doing that to everybody at the damn Publix, but it doesn't matter. It's a nice gesture. Y'all ain't together. He was just trying to get his flirt on. And that was a very polite and respectful way to go about it, I would say.
He didn't wait around. He wasn't outside because I was like, is he going to be outside and asking? He wasn't.
Oh,
He ain't find me on Instagram and then I see a follow and I'm like, Keon. His name was Keon.
You know, lately I have really been trying to figure out how to zen out and relax. Aside from my new mattress I got and sleeping really good on that, I have been really enjoying Via Hemp. I am alternating between taking the Zen and my personal favorite, the High Love gummy, before I go to bed. The High Love specifically not only relaxes me and just allows me to really feel and enjoy the sensations. Everything is heightened. It feels good and they taste good. I really have to make sure that I remember these are not gushers.
They taste good.
These are not gushers. These are not Skittle gummies. Do not just be popping this because, girl, you do not want to be in the ER. But anyways, just take one and you will be good. They are gummies that have not only THC, but they also have aphrodisiac herbs. I love them. And then I also like the Zen gummies because those can just help me to relax sometimes when I'm stressed. Period cramps. I mean, it's so many different things. I have found a use for so many different Via Hemp gummies and the tinctures and the balms. I just love them. It is really a part of my overall health routine, and it helps me when I realize that, like, you need a mood regulator. You need a something to help knock this little tension out.
They have a Revive one. Since I've been working out so much, I take the Revive almost every night before I go to sleep so that my body can relax.
Sometimes you need a little help. We are all about taking the supplements over here. I enjoy them. I use them every day. I'm thinking about which one am I taking tonight when I get home.
Me too. I'm going to take Revive. But I think it's really funny that the High Love was originally created to be a limited edition Valentine's Day release, y'all. High Love was such a massive hit with Via that they made it a permanent part of their lineup. And I would like to say thanks to me and Kiki.
Right.
Because we was telling y'all to gift it to the couples that need a little spice. Take it yourself if you need to learn how to flare. Take
Give
it
it
on a
as
little
party
date night.
favors.
I'm all out of my high on love because I was giving it out to people that needed a little spark.
I didn't get that carried away. I gave them the code, okay?
So you're welcome. So for the last 2 years, it's been helping adults enhance their intimacy, heighten pleasure, and feel more connected than ever. We were just telling y'all, connection is such a huge part of relationship. Whether you're committed or not, you around somebody, connect.
Please do. So if you are 21 or over, check out the link to Via in our description and use the code CockTales, CockTales, to receive 15% off and free shipping on orders over $100. And if you're new to Via, guess what? You get a free gift of your choice. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please, please, please continue to support the show and tell them that we sent you. Take your passion and your pleasure to a whole new level with High Love from Via Hemp. And now we'll get back to the show. So, switching gears just a little bit, I feel like people have a lot of rules. We've shared rules and things that we want to stick to, but I know, like, as life goes on, you learn more, you change things up. I wanted to talk about some things that are rules that we might be sticking with or possibly getting rid of. Like, we're not doing that. We are being rule breakers, like our cocktail.
It was good too.
Oh, good. Thank you. Okay, so first one, I got these from my homegirl, Cece. These suggestions, but I think she has some interesting ones. This rule is no sex until the third date. I don't know if I heard third date.
I wonder why the third date. Did she want to see how he dates? Oh, the third is just so. Ooh,
I mean, some people say 90 days. Some people say the third date. I don't know, but like, personally, I don't think like the whole timeline thing is as important as what are you doing in the time span? Because you could wait 90 days. This is not a person you plan to be committed to. This is not a person committed to you. You don't know their status with any of the STDs, STIs, viruses, diseases, everything. You don't know what's going on down there. You don't know any of that, but you feel like because it's 90 days, it's time to bust it open. The time thing, I think it's more about the connection and not rushing that either. So like third day, you don't have to bust it open, but also that doesn't mean like, okay, magically he's going to take you serious because you waited. Girl, bye. What do you think?
Especially 3 days. Listen.
Dates, not days.
Oh, 3. It's 3 dates. I think now the sex thing for me, I look at it more like, again, bringing it back to me. How am I going to feel? How am I going to feel? And
that's more important than a time, right?
Yeah. And I think that I'm at my big age. I'm really sick of the confusion.
You said that like you were really big too. My big age.
I did. Let me get my LifeRX DMD. Kiki, I can't do. And we gonna see y'all gonna. I know y'all gonna remind me if I do slip up and be like, oh y'all, I'm dating again. The sex thing for me is different now. Like I'm sick of the confusion that sex really does cause. Even if you're in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, and it is no judgment. I personally cannot handle, and this isn't even like somebody that didn't care about me, but I just can't handle the confusion that comes with it. I think that there is this, I was talking about this the other day with a group of friends and a family member, and just a lot of like the grown-up steps that we take that are actually really, like, it's a serious step. Since we're talking about the sex thing, we just went to the risky dinner, and at that dinner, I said this at the table. I felt so bad about the amount of times that I have not been like, hey, get tested. And I haven't had that conversation. And most people aren't having that conversation. Most people aren't pulling out an HIV kit and being like, let's just make sure we're good. Nobody's making sure anything is good. Your mental, your pussy, your booty hole, whatever it is y'all do. Nobody is. And so it's just, it's a big step. A baby could come from it. Like, I say all the time, I don't want to be one of those people where I really am in a situation where it's like, I don't know who my baby daddy is. That could have been me. I'm not about to act. That could have been me several times in life. A positive HIV. Like, it's so much. It's just such a grown-up adult step. And I am now realizing, again, at my big age, that most of the times I wasn't even ready for it. Not to bore y'all. And I've had fun, amazing sex. I've also realized I give a really great experience. I'm sick of just like fucking.
That's right. You better toot that horn, girl.
It's a great experience, and it's just like, to continue doing this, I have to do things a different way for the life that I want, and it's a way that I've never tried before.
What's the confusion that you're talking about, though? Like the what are we confusion, where we going confusion, or what?
The attachment confusion. It's like it's your body. Like, it's like you're now, for me, it is like, even if it has been like a fling, I'm not gonna lie and act like you don't be like, where he at? It's just like this attachment thing that is like, it doesn't feel good more often than not for the woman. And I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all, maybe that you have never felt that in your life. I highly doubt that.
Well, it's about us.
Yeah. It doesn't. And maybe it's just this age. That doesn't feel good to know that I'm giving you something so great and we don't really know what's going to come of this. I think I would be better off without it.
I mean, I get it. And I used to like having sex a lot. And then I guess it was last year, I wasn't really having sex. Probably had sex 2 or 3 times last year. And I didn't even really enjoy it when I did. Maybe once. But I really enjoy it. And I kind of felt like I felt bad. And then I was like, what the fuck, bitch? Wake up. Why are you letting somebody make you, and no words were said. It's just like all my head. Y'all know it's a crazy head up here. But it's like I'm feeling like, okay, well, I'll just do it this time. I don't even want to.
And that's not, I feel like a lot of women go through, and that's not okay.
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's
why I did
not
it twice
okay.
and didn't do it again. But that one time I think it was good. I needed a release. But overall, it's just like, I started to feel different. I started to try to be more in tune with like how I'm feeling and not running away from feelings. That is something I'm still very much working on. But like sit in the feelings and don't do shit trying to drown out the feelings. That is a very bad habit that I have. But we're going to work on the food first with LifeRX and then we'll get to the other shit. But that is something I just try to like escape, or like I realize I work a lot and I like to work a lot, so I don't have to worry about like the other stresses of more personal life issues and things like that. My feelings or like other things that are stressing me. It's like, let me just work. Cause like you said before, I don't know if it was this week or last week, but like feeling like you have a sense of control over something, that's what it is for me. And that's why I like to work. But yeah, the sex, I haven't had a new partner with bad sex in a very long time. I never want to experience that ever again in life. Like I would rather not have sex. But I also realize how much more of a connection matters as I really pay attention to my feelings. Like it matters way more than it did before, because I would just like ignore my feelings or just ignore a lot of other things that I shouldn't have been doing, right? So I feel you.
And sometimes when you do take sex out, which is also, y'all, this is new for me. I'm not even, in the men is fine at the gym I work. Oh, Kiki,
it's hard to turn a fine man down. I had to block a fine one the other day and it hurt my heart. I really want to unblock him, but I just need to leave him blocked. He is fine.
And the men at the gym were like, do y'all want to go tubing?
Yes.
I did say yes. I could go tubing.
And I got a tube you can feel. Okay. Oh, see, and that's what's wrong with me. That is what's wrong with me. That's why I got to stay my ass in the house. Every now and again, I got a flashback.
There's this thing about when you like remove sex for however long or not that you want to, like, but you get to like, you get to know somebody. Two things. You get to focus on different things without the sexual energy, which is a different way to approach anything. You have more creativity. And anyways, I won't go into that part. But also you get, I think when you put another person into play, and this is, I told y'all when Elizabeth Gilbert came on the show, I didn't know some of the things I was about to encounter, but I did. And she has helped me through a lot. But she was talking about a program that she was in, and I, for a moment, was in it. And one of the things they talked about was like, when you do date someone and you have sex really quickly, yes, there's a fun phase of that. But when you start to get old and you start to see that that's like just like a pattern of yours, it's like, bro, what are we doing? And they didn't say that verbatim, but they were like, sometimes when you take sex out and you don't go to people's houses and you don't make stuff so intimate so quickly, you learn so much more about a person than if sex was involved, because it does get blurred. Whether it works out or it doesn't, it gets blurred. And so some of the issues that you deal with in relationships, you maybe would have learned that early on if you wouldn't have had blurred vision. It's like you're walking around without your glasses on. And so...
And I done put on some people's glasses that need glasses. And I just imagine it's an opposite effect. Y'all be out here lost if you walk around without your glasses.
I'm lost, and when I don't have my glasses on, I can't hear.
What?
It's really weird. I don't know. It's this common thing. Like my vision is really bad when I don't have my glasses on, but it affects my hearing also.
But you know what? That kind of makes sense, because sometimes when I'm backing up, I turn the music down so I can see better and make sure I ain't gonna hit nothing. So yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like it helps you zone in on that sense.
It's really interesting. And so I'm in a way of life right now where it's like, I've been doing things a certain way and that was cool. I don't, no regrets, maybe a few, not a lot.
Lessons learned.
And now it's like, let me just try it this way and see, and really do see what this next phase will be like.
Yeah.
If I try it this way, because this was not working.
And you never know until you try. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was sharing like a connection that I have with somebody. And I was like, something that I think maybe you won't understand is because you don't know the entirety of the situation. It's like to meet someone and be friends with them for so many years. And like you're saying, not having those, we're not going to each other's houses. We're not having sex. There's none of that. It's like a true friendship. And then things happen, bitches be horny. And then you have sex. That does change things, right? But when you have a foundation of like a real friendship and a real something outside of that, whether the sex is there or not, there's something else there to lean on. There's something else there that you know about a person that matters to you and matters to them. that just matters. And it's like, I was telling my friend, I was like, sometimes I think, you know, maybe you should look at different people or look at different situations and really think about what actually matters to you. When you are sad, I'm your homegirl. I'm gonna be here. But do you always want it to be me? You don't never want to lean on a big strong arm.
A nice.
Mine ain't
muscle.
strong. It's soft. Okay. Don't you do you? And if you don't, you don't, and no big deal. And she was like, well, yeah, but she is of this mindset that all the men are bad. And I was like, well, maybe you've got to change something with what you're looking for or what you're valuing or how you're treating people. Like, check yourself. That was really the inspiration behind this. Another rule, and it's a reason for this. You know what annoys me? This has been happening to me a lot. Not just lately, but forever. It annoys me when people be trying to put pressure on you to define a relationship for them. Baby, if I'm good over here, y'all don't worry about what I got going on in my home. You know what I mean?
You mean like the person?
Like, okay, like if you were doing that to me, we're obviously not dating and in a relationship, but you really want to know what's going on with me and somebody else. And you feel like I have to define it and describe it in a way that suits your views, your opinions, and your thing. I'd be like, I didn't even bring this shit up.
That goes back to what I was talking about. I don't know if it was this episode or last week. Changing people. It's with your friends too. It's like, mind your business. Like a conversation is a conversation if we're both enjoying this conversation. But if you're trying to tell me how I'm supposed to be doing something, do you like who I am as a person? The answer is no. This is not your business. Mind your business. Mind the business that is yours. And if
your name ain't in this,
your name isn't in it. And sometimes it's not even sometimes we have to check our own selves because we've all done that before. It's like, oh, you need to, why are you, mind your business. That ain't your business. If you want to be running around after Jonathan and them and your feelings get hurt every week and you're crying and now you're also pregnant. And
that escalated quickly.
And he's not going to take care of you. And you didn't like that he was a mechanic. And now y'all are also married and you hate him. That's not my business. Would you like to go get pie somewhere? And let's talk about something else because this is a decision you made. And I'm not even trying to be rude about it. If you need to cry, okay, cool. This also not my business. Like we are decision-making people and we are at a big age where it's like, you gotta sometimes, like you said earlier, sit with it. You gotta sit with it and really, sometimes it's even beautiful to watch your friends and the people you love make the decision. You have to learn things sometimes in a rough way, and I hope you get it. But for me to take it on and be trying to tell you that needs to be your boyfriend, that's not my business.
You know, some people should listen to you. But I've also noticed like, people have their view of you and how you should live your life. And to your point of minding your business, like I had asked somebody one time, I was like, have you ever asked me what I wanted for me? Because I know I've never volunteered that information, but I don't think that you've asked me. I know I didn't volunteer it because that's not what I would volunteer because I don't care to talk to you about this aspect of my life. I think you have a very negative view and that's coming from a negative Nancy. So like, I'm good on talking about it with you. And she was like, well, I mean, I feel like we all kind of want the same things. And I was like, but you don't know if you don't ask. I don't really know what you want. And you don't share. So I don't know how we got here and why me minding my business is bothersome. But like, let's just make a left turn and get out of this neighborhood and go somewhere else. My new thing is I'd be like, boundaries. Why am I in it? Why am I in the hot seat? Like, what's going on? I think that I say all of that. Well, I meant everything I said, but also like to your point earlier about who are you having a relationship for? Like comparing yourself to other people. What is this really about? I think that more people need to think about what they want, what makes them happy, what makes them tick, and do the things that you want to do without so much outside noise. Another friend of mine has been in a relationship for some time and she didn't want to share with anybody.
She didn't want to share with anybody.
She didn't want to share. And she told me, and she was telling me like another friend group, she had just told them as well. And I was like, well, I'm happy for you. Are you happy? How are you feeling? And so she's really excited about it. She's like, yeah, when I told my other friends, they were just like, well, why didn't you tell us? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, why do people be feeling entitled to know everything that's going on with everybody else? I said, well, I would love to know more details when you're ready, if you're ever ready. I don't want you to feel like you can't talk to me, but I can also respect the fact that sometimes when you're trying to figure it out, you want to figure it out on your own. Mm-hmm. I can be that way. And I think sometimes that can be helpful. I think it all depends, you know, person by person. Mm-hmm. Are you a good decision maker? Do you always make fucked up decisions? You do need to phone a friend. You cannot make decisions by yourself. You're not a real adult. But if you can, or you're trying to figure things out and you can do that, and it's easier for you than having everybody else trying to tell you how to live your life, do that. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing is wrong with that. And I don't know where or when people started feeling like there needs to be a counsel for every decision that another adult friend makes. Another friend was talking about some like life decision, and this is in a friend group, and the other friend was like, oh, well, you need to consult the counsel. And I was like, they don't need to ask us shit. Mm-hmm. Are you paying anything on this? Are you going to be there at all, ever? Are you going to show? Like, sometimes like people just do things and be there to listen. And that's just kind of what you do as a friend. And when they do want to share, let them share. But like trying to push somebody into fitting the mold that you said is not cool. And that's why I'm breaking rules. We're not doing this. I'm not. We
need to run this drink back next week. There's a book I'm reading. It's called Loving What Is. And the lady that wrote it.
Wait, what's it called?
Loving What Is.
Okay.
And the lady that wrote it, her name is Byron Kiki. I am like wholeheartedly enjoying this book. She basically talks about a lot of the things on a larger scale of like what we kind of just talked about. And basically like she talks about like investigating a thought. People think you need to be doing this. The thoughts that people have. Oh my God. Like I started reading this book and I was like, wow, I'm reading it on Audible. I'm not really an Audible person, but lately I've had to be Audible because I won't
You in the car
book.
all day.
Yeah, all day. You want to buy a house, hit me up. Okay, so she talks about oftentimes people don't investigate whatever thought you have, not what somebody else has. Because we be real quick to jump on out of you, bitch, you. So even if it's something is like, you're like, my husband never listens to me. She breaks it down in the book, like these actual conversations that she's had at these seminars that she has. And she talks you through some of probably the issues you've been through in a relationship, whether it's friendship or family, these actual people that came to her seminars, and she walks them through these 4 questions. Don't ask me what they are because I can't remember all 4 of them.
Because that show was going to ask.
Basically, it gets you down to showing you that it always comes back to you. So someone being like, well, you need to be in the relationship, or somebody being like, well, why didn't you tell us? The book is such a good book. And at first I was like, I don't want to read another book with an old white lady telling me what to do. And it actually makes sense. But you do
love that genre.
Girl, because they be onto something, and I'm like, not that black women don't, but I'm like, somebody told me to read this book, and I was like, oh, another white lady. But I absolutely love what she's talking about. If you guys are,
how does it come back to you though? Do you remember?
So basically, what will happen is it shows you how what I've said a lot, honestly, is like you kind of attract what you are. Like a lot of times it's the worst part of you.
That's why me and my mama butt heads.
A situation like that where you're like, somebody never listens to you, and then she makes you go back into your life and see, do you listen to people? Mm-hmm. And the outcome is typically like, oh, I don't. You met your match, bitch.
Mm-hmm. I've been feeling like I end up in situations a lot of times, every time my mom leaves, but other times too, I'd be like, this is a reminder to check myself. And like, these are little things you don't like and you be doing them, tone it down, dial it back. And I just hate that I need those reminders so much. I've got to start listening.
Yeah. I just like the way she breaks it down in a gentle way. It's not mean. It's not like she's like, how I just said it. It's not rough. Like she really does design the conversation to where it's very gentle. And the questions she makes you take out whatever you're saying the other person is doing. She makes you change their name out for you, like me. I don't listen to people. And then it ends up like unfolding into this whole story, and then it'll come out like what you're really trying not to face in yourself. And it makes you realize how often we be trying to talk about everybody else, and it's like, bro, if you just point the finger at you, you will likely fix whatever issue you got going on.
Sometimes I think I just don't like the person.
The person
that is doing whatever's annoying me. Sometimes I'm like, I think it's I don't really like you. Like you've got a lot of qualities that are incompatible. And so like instead of continuing to deal, I don't have to. You're not my child. I just need to let go.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's interesting. It really is interesting when you just dig a little bit deeper into investigating like why you think the way that you think. If you think somebody should be listening to you more, if you think somebody should be treating you better, like investigate the thought. Because are you treating you better? And if you're not, like I had a friend a couple days ago talk to me about something that she wanted the man in her life to do. And it wasn't rude. It was just, she was like, I really do. Because I'm minding my business. I'm not telling you bitches nothing. I don't know nothing. The more I learn, I don't know nothing. And she's like, I really do want you to just give me a comment. I said, well, this is what I'm going to say. And I love you. And I love you. And I love you more than anything. But I think you're asking somebody to give you something that you're not even giving yourself. So how in the world do you think that's going to happen? You're asking somebody to give you something that you don't even have the tools to give yourself, and you're also not trying to. How do you think you're going to get it from the outside? You're not. Period. It's not a comma after that. It's not an exclamation point. I'm not screaming it. It's a period. So until you dive deeper, he not gonna dive deeper. And I'm telling myself that too. It's like that is just the reality of like certain situations. You're begging somebody to see you. You don't see you. You're begging somebody to believe in you. You don't believe in you. And that's a tough conversation.
Yeah. It really is. Any last notes on rules we breaking?
Break them motherfuckers. All right, take the drink.
And I tried to purposely make light ones. This one's got club soda. It don't even got no sugar in it. I know. Okay. I did have a question I wanted us to answer. If you don't have an answer, we can save it for another time. But the last thing that I want to ask before we move on is, what part of yourself are you proud of when it comes to love and relationships today?
That's a good question. Oh, and I have an answer.
Oh, okay.
My answer is I am proud of myself when it comes to love and relationships. I'm proud of myself for moving on when it's time to move on. I won't allow myself to be mistreated. I won't allow and this is tried and true, even if I love you, I won't allow, even if I mess up in it, and in a moment I was like, maybe I could do this, I won't allow you to I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I won't allow you to change who I am at my core. And that's really hard to stay true to yourself when you really care about somebody. And I'm really proud of myself for that, because I'm in a position right now where I've had to really just start all the way over from what feels like scratch, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm really big on, and I didn't really know this about me because I am a lover girl. I'm a dreamer. I love really hard. Yeah. But I won't let you come into my life and take away the pieces of me that matter to me and make me who I am.
Yeah, it's important to be you. Do you feel like as you are spending more time with yourself and getting to know yourself better, it makes it easier to feel that, like how, going forward, I'm not going to do you feel stronger in that area? I guess is what I'm saying.
I don't know if I'm like at that point yet, like where I feel stronger yet, if I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like, for the first time in a minute, thank you, Warren. Learning how to heal without like a person to lean on. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if I feel the stronger yet, but like people say all the time, do it broke, do it scared, do it weak, do it. Like I can't, just like we sit here on the show and be telling the girls, like, sometimes this shit really is hard to like not, to choose to not like be with somebody that you want to be with.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard. We're just trying to teach y'all so that you don't be living in fucked up situations. You know, it's like sometimes you can see it's hard to do it.
Yeah.
Always hard to do it, but
yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah.
We still gonna try to tell you right.
And so I don't know if I feel the strength yet, and I don't know if I will, but I do know I don't want, like, when I sit here and be saying, like, I don't want to be in a marriage and be miserable. I don't want to have a baby by somebody and be like, I wish I didn't have the baby by you. I really don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't. So like, not wanting to do that takes, sometimes you gotta do
some change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think that was gonna make me cry.
We're emotional girls. I've been crying
and I start
for
my
2
period
weeks.
tomorrow.
I just ended mine, thank God. So hopefully my mood will level out by Saturday. I don't know. It's just like, for me, I would say what am I most proud of? I don't know what the question, I forgot. Okay, what part of yourself are you proud of when it comes to love and relationships today? I would say that I'm proud of myself for trying, because it's a work in progress, but I'm actively trying and being vocal about it, not expecting people to read my mind, with establishing stronger boundaries. Mm-hmm. Next step is consequences. But right now, stronger boundaries and sticking to them and not trying to meet somebody else's standard. I have done that in other areas of my life. Mm-hmm. But like love and relationships, I mean, I wasn't meeting nobody's standard, but like how I would feel sometimes about it has changed. And now I'm more comfortable in how I feel. And it's like, I know that I'm making the decisions that are right for me and that make me happy and that leave me at peace. And as long as I'm okay and whoever I choose to be involved with is okay, that's what really matters. The outside noise doesn't matter as much. And part of that is also having to let my guard down more and let somebody in. That is hard. I don't really like it all the time.
It's hard and it's
I like
risky.
the benefits, but I don't like none of the like other shit. I don't like dealing with anything negative when it comes to the men. But
what you mean?
Like anything, any annoying. I don't want to deal with shit, you know? That's why I'm not really a relationship type of person. I told y'all, I'm emotionally, some chemicals are wrong.
Or at least you know it.
Yeah, I know it. And I just, just gonna work on it, pray about it, and try new tactics. Maybe I'll start reading self-help books next year. But it feels good to be more open, allow more love in, stop running away from people who care, and stop running into the arms of the ones who want to hurt you. It's just like not done, but I am doing so much better in making better decisions. Not always the best, but better decisions, and being comfortable in it and not feeling the need to like do certain things to appease anybody else, because fuck everybody. Mm-hmm. How do I feel? Because you people please all day and they not pleased, and neither are you. What sense does that make? That's another insane asylum action, and I need to stop doing that. So yeah, that's what I'm proud of. Making changes in a positive direction, opening up to love, creating boundaries, sticking to them, and yeah, consequences come in summer 2025.
The lady that wrote that book I was just talking about, Byron Katie, she wrote this book after she had checked herself into an insane asylum.
I might need to go.
There's been several times when I've been like, should I go to a little
I be scared though. And then I watch Girl Interrupted. I'm like, it's not going to be like this.
Yeah,
and even
really,
that was wild.
Yeah, you in here playing, you about to get your aorta stabbed.
Yeah. So I won't be doing that. But if you've ever gone and you really did get help, and you want to share your experience? Yeah. Do you want to share your experience? Come on. I would love to actually talk to somebody.
That would be a great conversation.
Like, did love ever drive you up the road?
Into that place to talk to that lady.
What happened? We want to know. Tell your story with us. We'll be real calm that day. Anyway, I guess that's it. That's all the time we have for that today. And we can move on to a quick advice. Do you want to read the one that's for my name? Because yours is very long. We ain't got time for that. Okay. It's short.
Indecisive
and cute.
Diane.
Oh, yes.
And when we come back from Indecisive Diane, we'll read the advice.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane. And this week, here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab your bae, put on some active clothes, go to the gym, and get in shape together. Here's what I realized about working out with your partner. It really teaches you how to communicate. Try it out. Bye.
Okay, we're back from Indecisive Diane, and it's time for advice. We have one quickie.
Okay, this one is titled Missing My Fur Baby.
Oh.
Hey, ladies, I'm a new listener. I've been binge watching y'all for like 3 weeks now. Wow, you have a lot to...
3 weeks?
Wow, you have so much to go through with us. Welcome. Okay, I even made my fiance buy I'm Curious to Know cards. Y'all can still get them. Go to I'mCuriousToKnow.com and order your deck now. Okay, anyways, I just got rid of my dog I had for 3 years. I had him since he was 6 weeks old, and I currently miss him now. And it's only been 2 days, but y'all, he was doing so much when we had him. He was breaking out his cage, fucking up stuff around the house. I had to buy like 6 blinds for the windows because he kept messing them up. What kind of dogs you have?
Right.
When he would break out, I think he had ADHD.
Oh, I didn't know the doggies could get that.
Maybe it was a miniature pinscher. He was always hyper ASF, and he was a dachshund mix. Honestly, I don't know what that nigga was mixed with. I'll send a picture at the end. But y'all, I miss him, and I gave him to this old white couple, and I can't get him back. Should I get another dog? This is so interesting. And if so, what kind of dog should I get? It doesn't have to have a lot of energy. And what kind of dogs do y'all have? I have a Yorkshire Terrier.
You might need to get a senior citizen dog and not a puppy. I have a Cavapoo, and I love her dearly.
Would you say she's hyper?
No.
She's not ripping blinds down.
Yeah, she's not overactive. She does have energy. She's still a puppy, I guess, but she has energy, but she will also chill out, and we can watch TV together. She also enjoys the Meghan Markle show, and we will just watch it and chill so she can be calm.
My dog has always been a old lady. I don't like, I got her when she was 3. She was a rescue, but I say you get an older dog or get a breed that just doesn't have a lot of energy, maybe a hound.
They so goddamn loud.
They are loud. Maybe a little, maybe a doodle. No, a doodle's got energy. Yeah, I don't know,
Mine
girl.
doesn't. She's not that hyper. Maybe it depends on what kind of poodle they're mixed with.
What's a doodle?
Aren't doodles the poodle mixes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she's a doodle.
What is a doodle mix? What is a doodle?
Doodles are all the poodle mixes. So it's like, it could be any So like a golden doodle is a golden retriever and a poodle.
Okay.
She's a cavapoo. Some people call them cavoodles, but doodle is a poodle mix.
Okay.
Poodles be having energy.
Yeah. Poodles be having energy. You need to go to your local shelter and just ask them what's a breed of a dog that they have that's not, or an older dog that's not hyper.
Yeah.
Because my sister, she one time got a miniature pinscher and she ended up giving him away to an old white couple on the phone.
Walker has that.
They're
and
hyper.
He be turned up and showing his teeth like he gonna do something. You're not about to do nothing to my baby girl. Okay? I don't play about that. Anyways, good luck. I hope you find a baby. Okay, now we're gonna move on to cocktails. We only have time for one. If you have a cocktail that you want to share, send it to cocktails at cocktailspod.com. My bad.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
This person sent a picture. You want to read it?
No, you can read it.
Okay. So this is a couple, and it's written from one person, but she sent a picture, so I put it in here so you could see if you wanted to. Anyway, she says, "Hello, ladies. My girlfriend and I love you all the way from H-Town. We can't wait for y'all to start touring again. We will fly out to wherever just to see y'all live." Well, let's get right into it. It was Halloween night in Houston. After arriving home from a night out in the streets, all we wanted to do was have our bodies align with each other. That Don Julio had us acting a foolio. We started kissing, one of those intense makeout sessions. Oh, it was in your voice.
What is that? How would I say that?
Maybe you said it sexy. I don't have a sexy voice.
Okay.
We started kissing, one of those intense makeouts. I don't know. Okay, anyway, where you are breathing heavily, but it doesn't matter that you're out of breath because you can't have enough of them juicy lips. One thing led to another, and we were now in the bedroom, stripping down out of our clothes. All I wanted was for our wet, juicy pussy lips to touch. She then pushes me back onto the bed frame so that she can just reach the nightstand. A ghost face mask is suddenly placed over my head. It was the most maybe she meant sexiest thing. It felt in a way as if I had a blindfold on. The kissing immediately begins very intensely. At this point, my nipples were so hard and pussy was dripping and throbbing. She begins to go down to kiss my hard nipples. And as I thought she was coming to continue to go further down, she hops off the bed and goes into her closet. She returns with a ghost face mask for herself and with the rose. Y'all know the rose. I was so ready for her. She got on top of me so gentle and kissed my neck so softly. As she went down to kiss my nipples, I was very much ready to feel her tongue in between my pussy lips. She slowly made her way down while she started so gently rubbing her tongue on my hard clit. She began to apply the rose onto her clit while continuing to rub her tongue on my clit faster and faster. The rose onto her...
Switching up from rubbing.
Switching up from rubbing her tongue on my clit to going up and down on my wet pussy lips until she orgasmed all over the rose. Just for her to get on top of me to finish me off by scissoring. Our pussy lips were so wet against each other. I was so turned on that it did not take me long to finish. Thanks for taking the time to read my cocktail. And remember, stay wet and freak.
They both look so innocent in this picture. I am who wrote this? Which one of them you think wrote this?
She did on the left.
Okay.
It was in the email.
Oh, okay.
And she said, what did she say in there? She was like, I'm the Mexican one and not the white Karen something kind. I'm not going to. Something she said. It was funny the way she wrote it. I was like, girl, I did not think you was that. But thank you, ladies, for sending in your cocktails. Remember, it's cocktails at cocktailspot.com. If you want to share on the show, send it there, and make sure you check the description box for the links to everything today. And also make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean D.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Sweet on the dry. Bye. Bye. Bye.